As we come towards the end of a year and enter a new one, there are 5 things I suggest all musicians should be getting better at in order to leverage their music. The very first one is we have to, as musicians, release more music. Currently, the world has changed into a fast-paced, short content type of environment. So to keep up with this trend, we have to release more music. Now, this is easier said than done, Skill. How do I go about doing that? So the very thing that I highly suggest we better be doing is collaborating. So if you're collaborating, you basically only have to write half of the song, technically speaking, and you don't have to make sure the whole production line is running. So if you are collaborating with someone with a smaller reach than you, it's easier. Just reach out to them and tell them, let's collaborate. I love your work. I listened to this song and I think we could make something similar. This is what I'm providing. So if you're providing a beat or the lyrics, etc., tell them that. Or if you want them just to jump on a second verse, you tell them that. If you're collaborating upward with someone with a bigger reach than you and a bigger fan base, then you have to have a solid plan in terms of collaboration. If you want to pay them, make sure you tell them that up front. It will make things move on a lot smoother, but you must have a full plan on how you plan on collaborating. What is the main purpose of this collaboration and how you plan on marketing this collaboration. So having a detailed plan to collaborate is best when you're trying to collaborate with someone bigger than you. Speaking of paying for things, the next thing I highly suggest that you release with a budget. Now, a budget is a broad term for have money for your release. So where would you spend this? Primarily, I always suggest spending your money on marketing. And if you're not a marketing guru, pay someone to do that marketing for you. There's several means to do this. You can get some influencer, someone on YouTube, someone on Instagram, etc., to use your music and say that this video is sponsored by you. You can actually holler at me even. My email is in the description below, and then maybe we can arrange something. But other than me, there are other people on TikTok, for example. If you know someone who's dancing a lot to tracks, send them through some cash and say, hey, can you make a TikTok video for me? And use the other advertising mechanisms such as Google ads, Facebook ads, YouTube ads, etc. I highly suggest that we as musicians put our money behind our releases a lot more the coming year. Skill, how do I go about making money for my release? There's several ways you can do this, but I highly suggest that you link up with local businesses and try make music for them. Or after you've made the release and the release becomes bigger, you go to them and say, here's a release. Would you mind putting in 500 Rand? I want to run some ads to help boost and share the word for the song and your business. Number 3, one thing I always suggest is having a mailing list or a WhatsApp list where you send emails or send WhatsApp messages. If you have this, it looks very nice when you go with a proposal to a local business and say, I've released a song called I Like Chicken. I mentioned the name of your business a lot of times. This is the size of my WhatsApp group. This is the size of my mailing list. Can I please send them a coupon so they can get a discount from your business? That's a good way to get some relationship going. Tell them that you're doing some free marketing for them. Don't they want to help you out market? So that's why the power of a mailing list is important. You tell them, I directly email these people and these people might be interested in your business. The more information you have about the people on your list, the better. So if most of your list is in America, but you're talking about a shop that only works in Ireland, for example, that's not a good match. But if most of your list is in Joburg and then your business is in Joburg or very specific Randburg, for example, then you can go to a business there and say, hey, this song is about you. These are the people, they live where you are. I think this would be a good relationship we can have for this song. Speaking of releasing, schedule your songs. So it's usually 12 months in a year, always 12 months in a year. So at least try release a song once every 2 months. And that means you have 6 tracks that you have to release at least every year. This is a very, very slow bare minimum release. So try schedule it out that you at least have 6 releases, and then you consequently on number 5, which is try release on specific special days or days with themes. So in February, for example, Valentine's Day comes to mind. So you want a track about Valentine's Day or anti-Valentine's Day for February. For April, for example, is 2 months later down the line. April Fool's is in April, so that is something you might leverage. You might have a birthday in June or July, so leverage that. It's my birthday track, and then 2 months down the line, it's the end of winter if you're in South Africa. So 2 months after that is towards the end of winter, for example. So spring is welcome summer type track, and then 2 months down the line, it's late spring, so now it's December more or less, so a song for that. That is just a broad understanding or way of scheduling out how you must plan your releases around special days. Another special day, Youth Day is a special day, Mandela Day is a special day, and in general the calendar is filled out with lots of days where you can say, okay, for this one I want to make a track that matches this theme, for this day I'm going to make a track for this theme, and that is a way of getting your own creative juices kind of directed to a release. But if you want to know how many streams you need to make 1,000 Rand, watch this video.